Unfortunately, when you look at guys like Alshon Jeffrey and you look at guys like Malik Jackson, you're going to pay some of your money towards 2021, some of your money towards 2022. What's up, Cerebral NFL fans? My name is Steven Hyder. This is Gate City Sports Media Company. And today's topic, we're going to talk about dead money in the 2022 cap for the Philadelphia Eagles. So, let me just start off by explaining dead money and why you're going to see some names pop up on the 2022 list of dead money and say, Gate, I thought we ridded ourselves of these guys. Why in the world are we still paying their money? I'm going to tell you the first two names that are going to pop up on the list that we're paying a fortune to in dead money. It's the last year that we'll be paying them money, but it has to do with the structure of the way dead money cuts work. If you remember, Howie Roseman did some really fancy accounting towards the end of the 2020 season, right before he went into the Washington game with Alshon Jeffrey and Malik Jackson. He then, as I predicted, you guys remember I predicted this was going to happen, he then gave them a post-June 1st designation and cut them. You got to keep in mind, anytime you have that dividing line of June 1st, anything after June 1st is accounted for over 2 seasons. Anything before June 1st is accounted for 1 season. So, the dead money that was on Carson Wentz's contract completely comes off for the 2021 cap. Nothing's on it for 2022. Unfortunately, when you look at guys like Alshon Jeffrey and you look at guys like Malik Jackson, you're going to pay some of your money towards 2021, some of your money towards 2022. How this works is everything that was due in the contract for 2021 was paid in 2021. But all the rest of the option bonus money stuff, that all gets accelerated and due in 2022. That's why they're there, guys. But let me get to the total figure, because I think it's an important place to start. The total figure is $22,004,364 in dead money. I'm going to caution everybody, and I'm going to give you this warning. This figure is likely to only increase because of players that are on the roster that may or may not incur some dead money hits depending on what we do with the contract and what we do with the player. The best example I can give you guys is Brandon Brooks, who has $15.7 million worth of dead money on his contract. They could technically take his base if they want to keep him on the team and convert some of that base money into option money, kick the can down the road and keep him on the team. Or they could cut him with a June 1st designation or not. Or trade him with a June 1st designation or not. Either way, if you do cut or trade, you're going to incur dead money. So our figures are only going to go up from that $22 million more than likely. But that's where it currently stands. So here are the players that are on the actual dead money. Number 1 is Malik Jackson, $9,033,000. Number 2 is Alshon Jeffrey, $5,435,706. Zach Ertz is number 3, $3,548,000. You might be asking, why Zach Ertz? Zach Ertz was traded prior to the trade deadline, which is after the June 1st date. You don't have to designate a guy. Anything that happens after June 1st, it's automatically June 1st. So Joe Flacco, $1,940,000. Once again, he was traded prior to the trade deadline. Same situation applies to Zach Ertz with Joe Flacco. Eric Wilson, $1,372,000. He was, I believe Eric Wilson was a cut. They cut him. You incur the dead money there. Rick Lovato, $375,000. You guys might be saying, isn't Rick Lovato still on the team? Why do we have dead money on Rick Lovato? I can't remember who it was, but someone did bring that up, that no, we did some fancy stuff during the offseason where we cut him. We knew he wasn't going anywhere, and we told him we were bringing him back, but we did it in order to shape the cap a certain way. So we have to incur the dead money, even though he was still on the team. John Hightower, $150,026. So remember, when you set your roster for the 2021 season and you do your cut downs, you're cutting those players. So even though you add them back to the practice squad, because John Hightower was a player that was drafted and likely had a signing bonus, you have to pay the dead money, right? The prorated money you gave him in a signing bonus. So $150,000 we were charged for making that move. Same thing applies to Jacoby Stevens, $98,031. Same thing, drafted player. You give him a signing bonus, you cut him at the cut downs, and you put him to the practice squad. Fortunately, you still have to pay that money back. Harry Kreider, $15,000. I'm going to get into the larger point here. Harry Kreider, $15,000. Adrian Killens, $12,600. Jaquan Bailey, $10,000. Coyote Owasika, $8,334. And then Jamon Osborne, $6,667. These were probably all undrafted rookie free agents at some point that were signed to the Eagles, or just free agents that were signed to the Eagles for minimum contracts. A lot of these undrafted rookie free agents will receive these very small, although they're pretty big for the average person, right? They'll receive these signing bonuses just to kind of entice you to come here. So you look at a guy like Harry Kreider where they gave him $15,000. They're trying to lure him here. They wanted him here. So whether or not you maintain that player on the practice squad or not, a signing bonus is a signing bonus. If you prorate it, you owe it, which means you prorated it, you had the signing bonus, then you cut that player during the cut downs for, to shape your 53-man roster, and now you're suffering that cap consequence. When you take these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players, you add them together, it comes out to that $22 million figure that we are currently paying in dead money. Who else might burn us with some dead money, guys? Look, you're going to get a lot of cap flexibility by some of the moves you make. That's a separate video, and that's coming up. Isaac Seumalo can incur you some dead money depending on what you do with him. Jason Kelce can incur some dead money depending on what happens with Jason Kelce if he retires or not. Brandon Brooks, high hitter in terms of the dead money. Darius Slay's got $17 million worth of dead money on his contract. I don't think anything's going to happen with Darius Slay, guys, but nonetheless. Javon Hargrave, $16.7 million. And then the big ones are Lane Johnson's $35 million worth of dead money on his contract. And then Fletcher Cox's $40,927,760 worth of dead money. Brandon Graham has $26 million worth of dead money. So I don't know what's going to happen, guys. We're going to get into a later video where I'm going to break down the contract situations, and I'll project what Howie may or may not do. But just for full disclosure here, over the cap has the Philadelphia Eagles with $14,296,707 worth of cap space currently. Spotrac has them at $13,864,275 worth of cap space. I will tell you, you got to subtract your draft pool. So you need to look at your projected draft pool. So they only really have the first round projected right now. Right now, the first round for the 14th pick, the 19th pick, and the 21st pick would cost you $8,798,844. But then you got to apply your rule of 51. No matter what, in the offseason, you have to carry 51 contracts. So you're going to subtract the league's minimum salary, which is $705,000. So you take those three, multiply 705 times 3, then subtract that from that $8.7 million figure. We're probably talking about $6 million, guys. So you got to take the $6 million and subtract it from 13.8 or 14.2, and that's really what your cap space is currently. I'm going to tell you that's not where it's going to end, guys. They're going to do things. We will have plenty of cap space. Keep in mind, we went from $90 million over the cap to about having almost $20 million of flexibility by the end of the season, and that does count. All right, guys, that's what I got for y'all today. If you want to learn more about this, I did all these predicting last year. I'll link that video for you to see the predictions I did last year. And then just know that future videos are coming where I'm going to break down these contracts for you and show you the inner workings of the contracts and how he might do to manipulate and fudge numbers a little bit. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.